Hello there, lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today I'm going to tell you how to get the perfect gear in Splatoon 2. Yes, this is a very useful and, more importantly, very reliable way to get the perfect kind of gear and all the perfect secondary abilities that you've been clamoring for. Now, you could obviously just rely on luck, but here at Nintendo Life, we say leave luck to heaven. Life. So instead I'm going to teach you all about ability chunks and how you can get them for the lowest price possible. Now if you're looking through all your gear and it's all messed up and all you've unlocked is rubbish secondary abilities, you can scrub that particular gear item for a paltry 20,000 coins, making it all fresh and new, and more importantly getting those abilities in the form of chunks that you can then combine and stick onto an item of gear. This allows you to essentially choose your sub abilities, meaning you can have a triple of, say, ink resistance up, or maybe even quick respawn, you know, all that good stuff. You can choose how you want to play and do so terribly efficiently. Now, of course, you can do this at any time, but if you happen to have a Splatfest Tee, you can speed up the process dramatically. Also, if your Splatfest Tee isn't Team Ketchup, you need to rethink your condiment preferences. But what's so special about a Splatfest Tee? Well, if you go and talk to Merch when you've got one in your inventory, then he will offer to scrub it for a much less 2,000 coins, which funnily enough is 10 times less than normal. So theoretically you can get 10 times the amount of chunks that you could with just a normal item of gear for the same price, which is pretty appealing. Now, an important thing to note, it takes only 4,000 points to get the first secondary ability on a Splatfest Tee. Now that's about 3 efficient wins in Turf War, which is by no means a difficult thing to do. However, the other 2 slots are a different story. They will cost 8,000 and I believe 16,000. Honestly, I don't know. I couldn't be bothered to wait. The main point is, it's a lot more. It's a lot more. So the best thing to do is every time you unlock the first ability, go over to Merch and scrub that sucker clean. And in order to get those points, you're gonna have to don your Splatfest Tee and do what you do best. Then when it's unlocked, obviously go over to Merch, scrub the Tee, you'll be given the ability chunks, and then it's just a case of repeating this process until you get the number of chunks that you need for your particular ability. Now in theory you would be spending fewer coins if you waited and unlocked all 3 secondary abilities and then went to Merch, but at the end of the day it's only 2,000 coins, which really isn't a lot, and to be honest you're probably going to do that every 3 battles anyway, as long as you're winning, of course. As your chunks build up you can then start applying them to your gear of choice, and it's oh so satisfying when you finally get around to that. Yes, it's true that this will take time, but it's much faster using the Splatfest Tee than it is any other kind of gear, and more importantly, it's a hell of a lot cheaper. But just a little warning, if you want to put the same ability on one piece of gear 3 times, do bear in mind that it will start costing more and more ability chunks for each subsequent same ability that you put on. So just to be clear, this is by no means a quick process, however it is reliable, and if you start throwing some of Krusty Sean's special drinks into the mix, you can increase your likelihood of getting the sub ability that you want and waste less time, which is just all around lovely. And there you have it. It's by no means an easy thing, but it is certainly the best way at the moment in order to get the gear that you want. And let's be honest, we all want the gear that we want. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you take that subscribe button and scrub it to get all those lovely ability chunks out of it, and be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.